Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Grays Harbor Raceway, and we are in Elma, Washington. This racetrack is a 3/8 mile. Let me tell you, in a 410 sprint car, you are hauling the mail. At the end of this straightaway, it feels like you could almost just let go of the wheel, and the wing speed would just basically take the car left. But with this track, you kind of never really know what you're gonna get. Right now, it looks extremely wet as it's been raining off and on. That's not uncommon in the Northwest to happen on race day, but I've seen this track super fast and sticky all night. I've seen it slick to where you basically could run wherever or all the way up by the wall. So just hoping we get a good track. We want to finish off our 410 Road to Dirt Cup Speed Week on a good note, and we've had some solid runs here at this racetrack. We've just never parked it in victory lane, so that's tonight's goal.
The radar, right? Hang on. Let me show you the radar. Wait, you should do this first. Watch. I'm watching Suits. hang on. Yeah, you should watch. Here, watch this. Here.
Hang on, wait, well, what's the radar?
Huh?
What's the radar?
I'm watching Suits. You can't interrupt me while I'm watching Suits. Oh, hang on, I'll pull up the radar. Hang on. I gotta figure out how to. You want the radar? You can't handle the radar. Okay, so we are right there. We're right there. We're that little dot right there. Hit play. I think we're getting wet. It's supposed to stop about 8 o'clock, but then it hits again.
That's what it looks like. Not ideal. Another thing to remember, kids, we just made one of the biggest mistakes. If there's ever a possible rain out or it looks like the showers are gonna hit, always load up like you're ready to leave. We're like praying and figuring that we're gonna still race, so that's why our mule's out. But now if we have to leave and it actually continues raining and they cancel this thing, we gotta unload and reload. Don't ever mess that up. Remember, just learn from our mistake here. But we going racing? We're not going racing. We're
not going. Not today.
Not right now. Nope. So we just got done qualifying at Grays Harbor. Luckily, we're gonna get tonight's show in. We have 23 410 sprint cars, and we ended up qualifying 7th. Everyone was just so close. We needed just a little bit more. My car got in the corner well. I just felt like in the center, I had a slight push, almost like the front tires were turned left for a split second, and it kind of scrubbed some of my corner speed to get me off and down the front stretch and down the back stretch. And that little bit might have been the difference between being, in the top 3 and where we're at in 7th. So now we have a heat race. The racetrack is extremely quick. It's going to be key to try to get a good start here. We need to win to have a shot at being in the dash. And with so many good cars, everybody's so close. And with the racetrack that isn't super wide, track position is going to be everything. So we're going to make a few slight changes just to try to keep our car a little bit freer so we can rotate in the center and hopefully get out front and have a shot, like I said, at making it in the dash here. And we got to do our job. But no matter what, the farther we finish up front, the better it's going to help us for the A.
Yeah, well, it definitely feels like that. And then that on top of, like, I don't think I'm as smooth as I need to be, because, like, going on the straightaway, like, I'm like this. And so I'm doing too much steering, like, trying to get my hands in the right spot. And then that while I'm just, like, chasing the car. Like, because when I'm not hitting anything, I feel like this. But then I hit stuff, and then I just trip right away.
So interesting heat there for us. I mean, started second, finished second. It was pretty simple. We just weren't able to kind of get the jump from the top. I knew it was going to be tough to not jump the start and get the lead, just kind of with how this place is right now. It's so fast. And if you're outside that car going into one, they kind of have a line to put you in a bad spot. So you actually want to be careful. As much as you want to be next to them, it's not always the best thing. You know, you got 4 wheels there, and they say 8 wheels is better than 4. So, like, kind of luckily I was able to slot in and just get to second. Of course, I would have loved to won the heat. I hate when I sound like I'm making excuses on here, but here's one weird thing that happens as a driver is, like, as your stagger changes throughout the night and whatnot, your steering wheel goes on differently. And at least for me, it's a big deal that my steering wheel is correct. And it's easy to kind of get messed up in your head on where it needs to be. So I think I just had it to click off, and so my hands weren't where I wanted going down the straightaway and in the corner, and that meant I had a lot more counter steer. So that, along with me really fighting our car, we're just not able to go through the corner. It's just so chunky because of those modifieds, and we were in the first heat race, and so hopefully it continues to clean off. But where it's at right now, like, I'm literally doing this out there, not fun. So we're gonna make some changes. We should start in the top 10 tonight. It sucks we're not in the dash, but we're gonna keep making progress. We're gonna keep our heads down. We got work to do. Walking up to check out the track, just about feature time. You can see it's not as wide as I kind of talked about earlier. I think a lot of that just seems like this place has just gotten so much rain. There's just so much moisture in the track, and it's real spotty grip, because there's definitely spots where it's harder. Going down the straightaways, it's slick like it would be at the end of an A main event. Spots that are, you know, making it kind of rough and uneven. I think it is going to change a lot though over the course of this A main event. I think we have a shot at a good track. It just might be fast early and harder to pass, and mistakes are, you know, it's gonna be key to not make any. So we'll see what we get. Like I said, we're making changes to our car just to try to get it to roll around smoothly. It's so key at a place with this much speed. Like I said, if you're all over, killing your momentum and you're hurting yourself lap after lap. So see what we get. We will be heading out in just a little bit. Well, we started 8th, finished 4th tonight at Grays Harbor. Definitely happy about our result, especially since, you know, all night didn't ever feel spectacular. Never felt like we were out in right field by any means, but you know, just didn't think we were on the right track. So made a lot more major changes for that feature and really turned things around. Like I said, I still feel like I'm in the middle on how I feel about it. I mean, I'm happy that we ran top 5. We did our job, but I also feel like that race had so much potential for us to, I mean, I think we maybe could have won it or ran 2nd or 3rd if just some of it would have played out differently. Some things that were out of my control, and then, I mean, I feel like even some things that were in my control, if I could have done better, just ran a little bit harder, a little bit more consistent, longer, and if I maybe would have searched sooner. I just caught myself running around the bottom, didn't feel great, wanted to move around, kind of waited till I heard someone, and then once I saw that there was another lane, I went instead of maybe trying to be the guy to create something. Like I said though, we probably shouldn't be too critical. We had a tough night kind of there going into the feature, just, you know, not being as fast as we wanted to be, so feels good that we moved forward and, you know, finished off our speed week on a high note.